Hell yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Your hair in the back is like...
Oh, should I go fix it?
Nah, who cares?
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
You look so cute.
Oh,
I love when you
honey.
have like your nap hair.
You like my nap hair?
I like your nap hair. It's cute.
When I got like, should I just like I used to think that like I really liked my hair when I woke up. Like one time I fell asleep with like a beanie or a hat, and I really liked the way it looked when I woke up. So I thought about doing that.
Like I just woke up like this.
Yeah. The only time I was able to do that where it
Yeah.
actually looked good, like my just woke up hair.
I don't know why that's so funny.
Yeah, I just woke
You're
up.
like, oh
this.
wow, I should wear this beanie to sleep every time.
I thought about it.
I'm sure you
like
did.
gelling my hair and then putting a beanie on it because it came out perfect.
Yeah, I know. I like in high school. I used to like. I don't know what happened, but before in high school, I had like wavy hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I would take a shower at night because then when I would wake up in the morning, my hair would be extra wavy.
Extra wavy?
Yeah, because it would like the way it would be like on my pillow and be like scrunched or whatever. So I'd try to like scrunch my hair a certain way.
It has to be scrunched
It has
just
to
right.
be scrunched just right, and I have to sleep on it like this. And then it would wait. And sometimes I'd wake up and it'd be like.
When I was playing high school football, I took my helmet off one time and it kind of made a faux hawk somehow. And then that's when I started making my hair into a faux hawk. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had
That's so funny.
my senior year. I had my hair in a faux hawk pretty much the entire time.
It's so funny how like one little thing you'll do it and then you're like, I'm gonna do this forever now.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is the thing now.
Yeah,
this is what
Whenever
I do.
you, like when you feel yourself, you're like, I'm feeling myself. It's time.
I see. I didn't let myself feel myself, if that makes sense.
I was
in high
that same
school.
way too.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, I would just be like, I would try to find anything wrong.
Right. Something they can make fun of.
Yeah.
Because we were like always protecting ourselves.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sure that's like every high schooler. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
there are some people
Oh, no.
who just had it like where they could just be free. And
Yeah.
like, they could just let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah, I wish I could have been like that. But anyways, hi.
Hello, you're here.
You're here? What the hell did you get into our house?
Get out of our house.
Get out of here.
This was a private conversation about just waking up hair and scrunchy hair and faux hawks.
We did not invite you.
We might have to explain to the younger audience what a faux hawk even is.
I don't think we have an audience that is that young.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, my siblings.
Yeah.
Well, two of my siblings don't watch this. One of them does. One of them is my favorite. The one that watches this. So, hi. You know who you are.
Hello, favorite.
Anyways, welcome back to All That Work for Nothing podcast. And let me tell you right now, we're living up to our name, guys. This is our third time doing this effing thing.
This week has exemplified all the work for nothing.
Yeah, so we did, okay. The first time we did it, we realized that we were out of focus again. And I was like, are you effing kidding me? So we were like, and we were 50 minutes in. But we were like, okay, you know what? It was turning out a little bit angry. We were talking about some like issues that are going on in the world right now. And it started getting like pretty elevated. So I was like, you know what? Let's take it a step back. Let's just talk about like, fun stuff. Let's do it again. So we did it again. And guys, I'm not joking you. In the video, like I picked something up on the floor and the autofocus focused out of focus again. And I was just like, and I was so mad because like I'd finally gotten like when I edit on my computer, we don't have money for like a really good computer. So I have like a basic ass bitch when it comes to like all of the technology that we have.
Well, we consulted a friend and asked them which one would be the best for what we needed.
So I have a gaming PC basically, or gaming laptop. So it has like the graphics card, that you need and like all that kind of thing. But it's still like the RAM is pretty small compared to what you would need for something like this.
We're going with what we can get away with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I have the basic of all bitches. I have the basic bitch package.
Like you can see our computer right now. It has a Starbucks latte, and it's wearing like a T Swift shirt, and it's driving its
Don't
Jetta.
go after the Swifties. What is wrong with you? Oh my god.
No, it's not a Swiftie. It only knows like one song.
Oh, okay, so she is a basic bitch. She's just like, yeah, I've heard of her.
Yeah, she knows like one song, and she
You redeemed yourself. Good job.
Yes, she thought the Eras tour was called the Ages tour.
Yeah,
at first, and it's like somebody had to correct her. She's driving around in her Jetta right now, and
oh god, Jettas! I knew several people in high school who had Jettas, and they were basic. Anyways, so back to my story. I finally got my technology to work with me. I got the audio and I got the video synced up, and I was ready to edit. And I skip forward sometimes just to make sure, like to see what it looks like. I skipped forward and I was like, is it out of focus again? And y'all, this took me, 2 hours?
yes,
It takes me 2 hours to get all this together, because sometimes I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and the freaking program will crash every 2 seconds sometimes. And I don't know if it's probably a me problem. I don't think it's Adobe, because if I had a better setup technologically, it probably wouldn't be that big of an issue. But y'all, I was feeling it that day. I was like, you know what? I give up. Right? We're going to have to do this again. But yeah, it's just like.
so we're starting from scratch.
Yeah, we're starting from scratch.
It's okay.
So this is our third time and trying this out. So let's freaking hope. And you know what? If it goes out of freaking focus again, y'all just have to deal. All right? The 5 of you who watch this podcast just have to deal.
Maybe we should call it All That Focus for Nothing.
No, I don't think so.
What if we did a whole podcast where our podcast was just out of focus and that was our thing?
Oh my God. I hate watching things out of focus. Because first of all, my entire life is out of focus if I don't have my glasses on. Like right now, I don't have my glasses on and everything is blurry. So to me, I'm like, maybe we're out of focus. Are we? I can't tell.
It looks like we're pretty in focus.
Okay.
I would say it looks good.
I'll trust you, because I remember asking you last time, and you're like, yeah, we're in focus, and I was like, and I was on that part of the video when you're like, yeah, we're in focus, and we were not in focus. It's kind of hard to tell because the screen is so tiny, and if you go close to it, you risk putting us out of focus.
So I had to like go around the side and then look from an angle,
Yeah.
and then that didn't really work.
Yeah, it's been fun.
It's been a blast.
So we're doing a very short episode today because, time is money, people. Time is money.
Money is power. Power is pizza.
Yes. What is that from?
Parks and Rec.
Oh, that's right. I was like, why does that
Yeah.
sound so familiar?
Yeah, 'cause it's a
Parks
great
and
show.
Rec. Great show.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, okay, so what did we talk about? We wanted to talk about
March Madness.
March Madness. Okay, we both are out.
More like March Sadness.
More
for us.
like March Sadness. I had WSU winning it all. You had NC State? No,
North Carolina.
No. That's NC State is in.
NC State is in.
And North Carolina's out.
See, I was so close.
You were.
That's what I was feeling, and I just missed one small
you missed
detail.
one little detail. That's how it goes. That's March Madness for you. But yeah. So that was a bust.
Yeah.
They're playing this weekend, right, for their Final Four?
They're playing tomorrow. Well, so as we record this, they're going to be playing tomorrow, and then the championship is on Monday.
Sweet.
So we'll know who won by the time this comes out. You giggle at me?
I don't know why. Just like sometimes when I look at you, you're just so cute.
Oh,
I'm sorry if that's too sappy, but like really,
No.
like sometimes I look at you when you're like giddy or like you're smiling. You're just so cute.
Oh, thank you, honey. I feel the same way about you.
Oh,
Sometimes you're just like overwhelmingly cute.
we should get married.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Yeah,
I think we should.
We said that at the same time.
Yeah.
Wow, we should get married.
Oh, speaking of married, the other thing we're going to talk about
Oh
is...
my gosh. Shourtney is real, y'all.
Shourtney is real.
If you watch Smosh, even just a little bit, like, Courtney Miller and Shane Top. I almost said Smosh Top.
Smosh Top.
Shane Top.
Some people
have been
think he is. Remember that one that was like 98% of Smosh, and it was just picture Shane.
Oh my gosh. I mean, he was in like every freaking video for a while, which I did not complain about. He's one of my faves.
No, he's great. I like his name too, except for the way it's spelled.
I love everyone there.
No,
like, Smosh is my jam. I've been watching Smosh since 2008. Like, I would say I'm an OG.
Yes. I think I started watching YouTube in 07. So, and I think, Smosh was like the most popular.
When you were I thought you said when you were 7, not 07.
Yes, I went forward in time. I had a time machine back then.
No, you know what's really sad? The first YouTuber I ever watched in 2006 was Shane Dawson. And now I cannot stand that man.
That's so crazy. He's been around since 2006.
When I see his ugly mug come across my For You page, I'm like, ooh.
It's like a tale of two Shanes.
Oh my God, there's so many Shanes. Yeah. I used to love him so much, and that like with all the like freaking drama and like some of his videos, I just can't anymore. So
quick aside, like my parents thought the name Shane was so original when they said it.
To be fair, I never met a Shane in real life until I met you.
That's funny.
There was no Shanes growing up, unless there probably were, but like
you didn't know them.
They weren't notable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
you were.
Oh. Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
I think I met a handful of other Shanes.
Did you guys have battles to the death?
Yeah, because there can only be one.
You know, if I always tell people this, because my name is so unique, Doriel, I've never met another Doriel. But if I do, it has to be a battle to the death.
Oh, yeah. We'll create like a whole ring.
Shiloh.
We'll set up some rules.
No, ma'am.
Shiloh's on our mic cords.
She's like, let me just. She literally laid on both of them equally.
She's the sweetest dog, but she also has a way of being in the absolute wrong place at the absolute wrong time.
Hi. Okay, no, ma'am.
She's a good girl, though.
That was aggressive.
That was aggressive. You like attacked. Is that the move you're gonna use against the other Doriel?
I'm just gonna burp in her face.
Burp attack.
Or their
Go.
Face. I of course Googled my name. I've gone on social media and looked up my name. There are other Doriels out there, which I don't appreciate.
No. What are these? Who do these people think they are?
But there are male Doriels,
really?
And I'm like, weird.
Huh.
But you know what? Like, my name is made up. It's literally made up. It's two other names put together, and my parents thought they were so clever.
I love it.
No, they are. They're very
beautiful.
Clever. I just had an unfortunate time with my name growing up because my last name is so long in German, and it sounds like a certain body part when you say it a certain way. I think I've talked about this before. So
yes.
People would make fun of my last name, and then they would hear my first name like, what kind of name is that?
Well, and then you got tormented by that goddamn fish.
Freaking, because I used to go by Dory for short, because I used to hate my name so much. So I'd just be like, call me Dory. Yeah. And so people would, right? And then, 2004 comes along, or was it 2003?
I might have been
2000. I don't know.
One of those.
One of the 03 or 04 comes along, and freaking Finding Nemo comes out, and there's a fish in there named Dory, and they're like, do you have memory problems? And I would get so mad. I remember in high school, if someone would introduce me to like another friend, or I would introduce myself to someone else, and I would say like, oh, I'm Doriel, but I go by Dory. They'd be like the fish?
Yeah.
And if they said that to me, I'd be like, yeah, we're not going to be friends. And I would say that to them. And then, like, most of the time, they'd just be like, and I'd be like, yeah, we're not going to be friends. Because my friends would never say shit like that to me.
Yeah. I had that same thing, but if, like, somebody called me Sean.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
There's a handful of exceptions, but for the most part, my best friends are the people who never called me Sean.
Oh, wait. So, speaking of that, we need to go back to the Shourtney.
Oh, correct.
Yes, okay. The whole thing is Shane. I almost said Shane Miller and Courtney Top. Jesus Christ. So Shane Top and Courtney Miller have been shipped together, and like people have wanted them to be together.
Yeah.
And like they'll look for clues, and there's like all these compilation videos all over YouTube and TikTok. And it's finally they got married, y'all. They're married.
Yeah.
And they posted it on freaking April Fool's Day.
Yeah. They posted on April Fool's Day, and everyone
Which
thought
was, oh, that was amazing. You know what? I was a little jealous of it. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I wish if I was in their situation, I'd feel so cool.
Oh, yeah. The fact that you had everybody, like, running around. You had all these heads spinning.
Yeah.
You had people not knowing which way was up.
I mean, we started out dating at work, too.
Yeah.
And we kept it secret for a while. And so, like, we sort of had that, like, when people were like, you guys are dating, right? And we were like, what? No.
It was the worst.
I just
secret.
like to be around him like 24/7.
We are terrible secret we're not terrible secret havers, but when it comes to something that we're this, passionate about, like each other.
Yeah.
Like we could not help but walking around work, laughing to the point of like the entire place could hear us.
Yeah, I know.
Because I find you so funny.
I know. I find you freaking hilarious. So anyways, this is what my April Fool's morning looked like, okay? So I wake up and I'm like, oh. And I look at my phone. Well, first of all, I say good morning to my wonderful husband, and I'm like, hi, baby, how was your sleep? Okay, see ya. Going on my phone. So then I go on my phone. I go on my phone.
Bye. That's my real relationship.
What?
No, I'm just
joking. Onto my real relationship. Social media, the realest one I've ever had. So I go onto Instagram and I open my Instagram, and I think it was I think I saw her post. I thought Courtney's post, like she had posted it like 25 minutes before. And it's just her and Shane, and they're standing there, and then she's like, it says like obviously, and then 3/29/24, and I was just like, and I of course I forgot that it was April 1st, so I was like, I just like I'm dumbfounded. I'm like, holy shit, and you are like, what the fuck? What's going on? What is everything okay? And I'm like, no, Shane and Courtney got married, and I'm like showing you the post, and you're like, and then I'm like, as I'm showing you, I'm like, wait a minute, and I like sit up, and I'm like, it's April 1st, those fuckers.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but why would she? Okay, so it's April 1st, right? But she put the date, and it wasn't April 1st. The date wasn't April 1st.
Right.
If they got married on April 1st, that would have been fucking, that'd have been awesome.
I mean, that would
have been that would just like, people would lose, like they already lost their minds.
Yeah.
But if they had put the date that they got married as April Fool's Day.
Yeah, people would have been, I think it took a while for people to be convinced, but people would have been a lot less convinced if it was actually April 1st.
I have a group chat with my siblings, with two of my siblings, and I sent it over and I was like, y'all, I think this is real. Because, listen, I'm a sleuth, okay? I notice things. I notice tiny fucking details in people's posts all the time. And it's not just celebrities or like online personas. Like it's literally everyone in my life. Yeah. Even friends. I'm like, what is that? And then I'll like investigate. So stupid. So anyways, I I was sleuthing on the post that she made about their getting married. And I looked at the one where he's proposing to her. He has a mustache, and he had a mustache several months ago. And she had long hair, and she had just chopped off her hair. Yeah. So she had long hair in the picture, and I'm like, they've either been planning this for so long. Yeah. And they're in it for the long con.
A super long con.
Yeah. Or like, this is real. And I was like, I think the April Fool's joke is that they post that they're in a relationship after all these years of speculation. Yes. They post that they're married, not on just together, fucking married.
On April 1st.
On April 1st. Yeah. And that's the joke, which I commend them. I think that's awesome. And the fact that they could keep it a secret for that long, like especially because they are personalities. Like, yeah, if they were ever seen together outside of work, and like, I'm surprised no one's leaked that.
It's the fact that, because Smosh doesn't just have a cast. It has like a whole crew and a whole production and like all these people who must have seen them because it's like, it's like
no, I'm pretty sure like everyone knew they were together.
Yeah, and it didn't leak.
That's crazy.
I mean, that would feel great. I'd be like, I can actually trust people at work. That's incredible because not everybody has that luxury.
No, yeah.
So that I would feel so good knowing that I had got it over on people because people were not wanting to believe it was real. Most people we talked to and most people we
Yeah.
saw in the comments were not wanting to believe it was real.
No one believed it was real. So yeah, I sent it to my sibling group chat on Instagram, and I was like, "Y'all, I think this is real." And my sister did not believe me.
Yeah.
She was like, "You guys are stupid. Like, it's April 1st. Like, you guys are dumb." And I was like, I know it's real. And then I was like thinking about it. Literally fucked my whole day up, in like the weirdest way. Like it kind of fucked your day up too, right? Because we were just like, if this is not real, this is so cruel.
Yeah.
Because like I was so happy. I was like, I was ecstatic. I was like, oh my God, they're together. That is so fucking cute. Because I always said that like I always wanted to be friends with Courtney and Shane. And I always thought of them as, because they always say they would like hang out together and they would post together all the time. So I'm like, oh, they're like really good friends.
Well, you also saw that one where they were in Europe at the same time.
Well, that was me sleuthing.
Yes.
This was after I found out they were together. But I had suspected. But at the same time, I'm like, listen, it's their private life. Who cares if they're together? Who cares if they're like single? Whatever. Like they have every right to their privacy. So I tried to like of course I had like little snippets when we'd watch videos. I'm like, okay.
The clues just kept kind of piling. Well, you kept finding the clues and they kept piling up. You are so good at that.
I know, I'm very good.
Like
at
I kept
sleuthing.
thinking about like in Breaking Bad, the main cop is a guy named Hank, and he's just has this great like eye for detail. I just keep thinking of like you doing that, like, what is that doing there?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how did you see that?
No, a lot of people will tell me like, how do you notice? There was this one kid in high school who was a hater. He like hated me for some reason. And I remember one time we were walking in the building, and because he was dating my best friend at the time, and so I was kind of stuck with him. So anyways, we're walking into the building, and I'm a surveyor. Okay. So like when I'm going into a place, I need to look at everything. And so I'm looking at things. I'm noting where things are. I'm noting who we're walking by, like looking at little details. And I'm kind of in my own world just doing that. And all of a sudden he's like, "You're really fucking creepy." And I was just like, "What? Why?" And he's like, "'Cause you're like looking around at things like crazy. Like your eyes are bouncing all over the place."
And fuck that guy.
I know. I was like, what a weird thing to hate
You're
me for.
a creepy motherfucker for looking at my eyes.
Yeah, like he was like observing me
Yeah.
so hardcore to the point where he recognized that I was like casing the joint. And I was just like, "Oh, okay, well, I just like to look at things." Like I didn't know how to respond to that. But yeah, like that was a weird thing to get hated on for. But like
what an asshole.
I remember it made me feel so, because oh man, high school was peak insecurity for me. So I got so like, it was so easy. Like if you would say one little thing to me, my face would turn tomato red, and I'm not joking. Like it would literally turn tomato red.
Yeah.
And I would just get so embarrassed. So I remember like I felt like my entire body turned red, and I was just like, okay. Like I just felt so gross about myself after that. I was like, okay, I won't do that. I don't want to freak people out.
No, that dude's fucking gross.
Oh yeah, he was an asshole. He did horrible things to my friend, by the way. Obviously, like he did some. I'm not going to get into detail. It's not my place. But like, yeah, he turned out to be a dick, and like obviously.
See, like you would have been such a great cop because you have such an eye for detail, and you have such an eye for like people's like personalities.
You know, it's funny. Yeah, I had another best friend who would date the freaking scum of the earth, and
Bottom of the barrel.
The bottom of the barrel dudes. And so she would like bring them around me, and at a certain point, she would bring them around me and be like, "Tell me what you think about them," because I would get it right every fucking time. I would literally I would get it so right because of my like insane ability to like read people. I would get it so right that I would guess what kind of fuckery they were going to do to her. I'd be like, "Oh, this guy's going to like talk to another girl behind your back, and then he's going to gaslight you and make it seem like it's your problem." He would do that. Or I'd be like, "Oh, this guy's going to ghost you like hardcore, and then he's going to come back months later out of nowhere." And that I would like call it every time. So she would make me meet these guys like early on, and she'd be like, "Tell me what you think." But of course, she would never take my fucking advice. So I'd tell her, I'd be like, every single dude, like she just had a broken picker. So like every single dude she would introduce me to, I would just like, we would leave and she'd be like, so, and I'd be like, I mean, I'm going to tell you, but you're not going to do anything about it. Like, the guy was a piece of shit.
Yeah,
like,
why did she even ask that?
He, like, first of all, this guy, like, there was several dudes that would, like, check me out. And in front of her. And I'd be like, well, the guy was, like, checking me out. And she'd be like, no, well, you know, like, we look like sisters. So, you know, and I'm like, that's creepy.
Yeah, what, even if you were sisters, how would that make it any better?
Exactly. I'm like, no, that's what I was saying. I'm like, how is that any better? If we were actual sisters, that'd be disgusting.
So she just didn't want to be surprised. She already had her intentions, but she just didn't want to be surprised when it happened.
Listen, everyone needs a fuck around and find out era.
Yes.
A fuck around and find out era is essential, which I missed out on because I was in a committed freaking relationship from the time I was 16 to the time I was 26. Yeah. And then I had but by the time I broke up with the guy and had like the little time but in betwixt the 9 months before you and I became official, it was freaking COVID. It was the middle of COVID.
Not a lot of room to fuck around during.
I did fuck around and find out. I fucked around and found out that I do not like to date. I hated dating. I hated casual dating. I had I was like, oh, I'm going to go through a slut phase. I'm just going to like anyone. I'm just going to throw it at anyone who will take it. You know what I mean? I was like, oh yeah. People are going to be like,
throw it out the window and see if it comes back.
I'm going to boomerang this bitch. So like, I really honestly thought that I was going to be able to do that because I don't know, because I'd never had the ability to do that when I should have done it in my early 20s. And like, so anyways, I think I dated like, I went on like 15 first dates.
You went on 15?
I went a lot. I told you about all of them.
Oh, I didn't know it was 15.
Oh, I was going for it, dude.
You were going for it?
I have time to make up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
oh, I get it.
I have lost a lot of time in this 10-year relationship. That should have ended 5 years ago. I got to get to going.
I'm not surprised at all because you were a super catch. So,
aw, that's so sweet.
Of course, baby.
It was all dudes. There was no one else besides dudes, unfortunately. But
I'm kind of glad that it was that way because I feel like if you had met a woman that you clicked with, you and I wouldn't be here.
Probably not,
yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The TBH.
Honestly, though, I am very happy that you and I ended up together. You get me like no one else has ever gotten me.
See, I would like my fuck around era was in college, but you can't really find out a lot. You can fuck around a lot, but I'm not sure if I completely found out everything. Because then I had a whole era of not fucking around. But then I would get these like manic episodes where I would just be like, yeah, I'm going to download like Tinder and I'm going to download all of these. I'm going to talk to all these girls. And then it would just crash and burn after 2 weeks. And then I would be like in a way worse, like depressed state.
Yeah, it makes sense though. Tinder is a freaking nightmare. Anything all those dating apps are nightmares, especially as a woman. Let me just tell you right now, especially as a woman. So many dudes on there that are just like, literally, they're just like, oh, I want to fuck you. That's all I care about. And you're like, it literally says in my profile that I'm looking for something serious, and you're just going to come over here and fuck around? Well, you're going to find out now, bitch. So anyways, Shourtney. back to Shourtney. That's fucking crazy.
It is very crazy.
Like, I know that, you know what? Who knows? Maybe they'll see this one day. Maybe we'll be besties one day with them, and we'll have like couple nights with that would be so cool. But anyways,
I know
like congratulations, you guys are awesome. You deserve all the happiness, and you also deserve all of the privacy that you want. So even though we would love to know more about it, like, you know, keep your private life private. I think that's super great for you. I
want to know if they had a fuck around and find out era themselves.
Oh, they've talked about it.
They have?
Yeah, in like other videos and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. But
I mean, I don't know about Shane. He's very, very secretive, or not secretive, but he's very like private and like to himself. Courtney is to an extent, but she like talks more about herself and like dudes that she's like dated and stuff.
Yeah, Shane not so much. Shane's usually only talks about like bad things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the low points in his life.
Yeah.
So not a lot of stuff you can like kind of glean from that on terms of like what state he was in, like when this happened or when it happened. We know nothing. We know nothing. And you know what? If it stays that way, that's fine.
No, you have to be okay with that because they deserve... Because we don't tell our audience, like, everything about us.
That's true.
Like, we tell them what we want them to know.
Yeah.
But the 5 people who listen. Anyways, I think we're going to end it there because this is our, like I said, 3rd time.
I think the 3rd time was a charm.
I think it was.
So in the future, we're just going to record the podcast 3 times in a row, and we're going to get better each and every time.
Thank y'all so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please send it to your friends. Please subscribe. Let us know what other content you would like from us. We want to venture out more like into other kind of forms of video rather than just podcasting. So let us know. We're on TikTok and Instagram. I will have those linked in the description. And we will see you next week. We love ya. Goodbye.
Fuck around and find out.
I like that. Fuck around and find out. Bye.
Bye.